Hey guys, Josh Wilson, 50West Brewing Company, here to talk to you about my favorite beer, Doom Pedal. She's a babe, ain't she? We'll start by where all the grain comes from. That silo behind us. So right now I'm gonna take you in, get you from grain to glass. Hope you enjoy. So, all that grain that's out there in the silo gets augered into here, which is our mill room. If you notice, we have all kinds of different grains in here, not just the stuff that's sitting out in the silo. Belgian wheat beers traditionally have a high amount of wheat. Wheat is something that's going to add a little bit of body to the beer, and you can't have a Belgian wheat beer without a whole lot of wheat. So, this is where the magic happens. This is the brew house. Once all that grain has been milled to that certain crush, what we'll do is we'll add very hot water to this guy here. It's called the mash tun. Once we're in the mash tun, we got all our grain, all our water in it, we'll go ahead and move all just the liquid, or sugar water, over into what we refer to as our boil kettle. In our boil kettle, we're trying to boil off any kind of volatile compounds that might taste a little funky in the beer. We add hops in this process, especially in Doom Pedal, Sots hops, which is a nice Czech hop. We'll add that. And then we'll also, during our whirlpool process, which is where we kind of centrifuge all of our things out of the beer, all the protein, all those hop matters, and etc., we add two wonderful flavors. Sweet orange peel. It's one of my favorite things. Everybody loves an orange. It gives this perceived sweetness to the beer. It's not going to be an overly sweet beer. It's not going to be super thick, but it will have a little bit of nice sweetness to it from that orange peel. And then the coriander. Coriander gives it a nice lemon zest, almost a spicy note. That is one of my favorite things as well. If you're into cilantro, you probably like coriander. So there are two rules in brewing. Brewers make wort, and yeast makes beer. Right behind me in one of our fermenters, that's where the magic happens. Currently we have a couple batches of Doom Pedal going on, and the yeast that we utilize for Doom Pedal is actually a Belgian yeast, and that kind of kicks off a little bit of a spice cabinet, almost like a clove type flavor, as well as a little bit of banana. It kind of helps balance out that sweetness from the orange peel and that little bit of spicy lemon note from the coriander. But what the yeast is currently doing inside of these tanks is it's consuming the sugars, metabolizing the sugars in order to create alcohol. Doom Pedal runs about 5.5%. And once that yeast is done, we reuse it and we'll go on and brew another batch of it, so it's constantly working, unlike us brewers. So on average, Doom Pedal takes about 2 weeks to ferment out and clean itself up, because that's how long the yeast takes on average. But once it's done, we send it over to one of these beautiful tanks. This is called a bright tank. This is where the carbonation of the beer happens. Whenever we carbonate a beer, we like to have it around 2.6 volumes of CO2 on average, but we'll get it up to that in kegs and in cans. We run them about the same, and then once it's ready to rock and roll, what we do is we throw it on our canning line. Our canning line does 6-packs, 4-packs. We can pretty much do anything that we want to put into cans just on this canning line alone. But my favorite one that we run down the line is Doom Pedal. So cheers, hope you're being safe, and hope to see you in July at Taste of Cincinnati.
Hello everyone, my name's Ryan Hayes, head pub brewer over here at 50West. Today I'm going to talk to you about Doom Pedal, our wit beer. Josh Wilson, our head production brewer, just talked you through how we make it. I'm going to talk you through how to drink it. That's not nearly enough. That's okay. First thing you're going to notice about this beer is that it's a little hazy, and that's okay with us. Second thing you're going to notice right before you drink it is that it smells oh so good. It smells like orange peel, coriander. Heard of it? One of the things I love about this beer is while it is delicious and complex, it is also clean and simple. Enough to keep you going back for more and more. I eat this beer. I don't eat this beer, I drink it. I drink this beer with pizza and chicken and Hot Pockets, which is kind of like a hybrid. So it's citrusy, it's sweet, not too sweet, not too bitter. Keeps coming back for more. It's a great, refreshing beer. And I hope you guys enjoy it as much as we do. And I look forward to having one with you guys down the road.